What's up, guys? It's your boy Diggity.
And Chin.
And we're here to break down Raw for you in a nutshell.
We're gonna bust a nut all over you.
It's gonna feel so good.
Love it. So we have this splendiferous episode of Monday Night Raw opening up with a promo from Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre saying that Ambrose wants to leave the Shield. Then there's also a little bit of tension between Ziggler and McIntyre, talking about who's better between each other because, you know, egos, I guess. And then a two-man Shield comes out, minus an Ambrose.
After a lengthy promo, we get ourselves a nice little, the first of our World Cup qualifying matches, and it's McIntyre versus Rollins. Nice little match. There's a nice little spot there where Ziggler comes out to distract Seth Rollins, and then Drew McIntyre just hangs out under the ring for a second, and then next thing you know, boop, comes out from under the ring and gets the beat down on Seth, and just a cool little match.
After the match was done, we just kind of got this weird little promo backstage where Rollins called Ambrose a lunatic, and Ambrose got all pissed off like he's never been called a lunatic before.
Which makes no sense to me. He's always been a lunatic.
It's literally printed on the shirts WWE makes for him.
Lunatic fringe. You got mad because he got called a lunatic.
Also, there was a very, very cinematic promo for the Brothers of Destruction.
Next up, we have a women's tag match with Ember Moon and Nia Jax facing Dana Brooke and Tamina.
Tamina, of all people.
Yes, she is back. And she gets a nice big pop in this match, actually, surprisingly.
She was looking good.
There's this really nice spot where she holds up Nia Jax for like 4 or 5 seconds for this super big Samoan drop, and just looking awesome. Glad to see she's back. Just in time for Evolution. Should be a good one. Afterwards, we have ourselves a little bit of a tease of the women's battle royal that got announced mid-match, and everyone just throwing each other over the top rope.
Ember turned on Nia. Like that.
But was it a heel turn? The plot thickens.
Ronda gave a pretty good promo. Right off the bat, just calls out the Bella twins, says, yo, let's do this. They come out, Bellas are being super heel. Nikki drops the word diva. That was pretty interesting to see the mixed reaction that she got there. And then Ronda just starts tearing her a new asshole, basically. Just saying she doesn't have any talent, wants all the attention.
Probably the best promo she's had and probably ever, so good to see Ronda standing her ground here and hyping up the title match for Evolution.
Rousey said that the only door Nikki's ever kicked down was the door to John Cena's bedroom, and then she also got thrown out that same door. Cold-blooded.
Mic drop. Next up, we have Gable and Bobby Roode backstage talking to the very vacation to Kurt Angle, I might say. Nice tan, right?
Yeah, no, I liked his whole little getup for sure.
Got a good tan there. And then next thing you know, it sets up a nice little confrontation between Baron Corbin and Kurt Angle. Just talking about how if you're done on vacation, why don't you have yourselves a nice little warm-up match, and sets up a nice handicap match between AOP and Kurt Angle later on in the night.
Dick move. Next up, we have another World Cup tournament qualifier match between Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler. Don't waste too much time before they get right into the shenanigans. Rollins shows up, McIntyre shows up. There's a little bit of some stuff going on the outside of the ring there. As all these shenanigans are going on, Ziggler gets the win. Dean is not too happy about it. He gives a big ol' shoulder check to Rollins as he's leaving the ring there.
Pissed off.
He was pissed off. And then there's a bit of Shield tension on the entrance ramp there towards the end.
So some more shade being thrown out there for possibly Dean Ambrose going his own way.
And then Corbin comes out just to be a dick like he is and announces that we're going to have a rematch from last week, which would be the Shield versus Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre, a team which is also having some tension right now.
Next up, it's Finn Balor versus Jinder Mahal.
Again.
But good news for all you people that are Samir Singh fans. He's back. So
Samir Singh's back.
Balor wins with a coup de grace again. After some shenanigans from Lio Rush, we have a nice little match here with Bobby Lashley squashing Tyler Breeze. But before the match even starts, you get a nice little pose off. See my muscles there? From Lashley, and just some more Abraham Washington.
Lio Rush is severely nut-hugging Bobby Lashley this whole time. So we then have Trish and Lita coming out to cut a promo leading up to Evolution here, where they are interrupted by, wouldn't you guess, Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, coming out to talk a little bit of shit, I guess you could say. A very iconic style promo. Bliss and Mickie are talking about how Lita and Trish need to go and get some practice, and then in a very WWE style is all, maybe we should get some practice. I think we should get some practice. Let's get some practice right here, right now. And then Alexa Bliss and Mickie don't. They walk out instead.
Next up, we have ourselves a handicap match between AOP and Kurt Angle. And it's a quick 30-second match, and after the match is over, Drake Maverick and AOP unmask the Conquistador.
It's Mr. Clean!
And then next thing you know, Kurt Angle comes up behind Baron Corbin, who's been watching the match from up at the top of the ramp, and gives him a nice angle slam. That's the end of that.
Corey Graves and Michael Cole are enthralled with themselves because they made a Hunter S. Thompson joke, and they could not stop laughing.
Yep.
We then have ourselves Ruby Riot, accompanied by the Riot Squad, in a match against Natalya, accompanied by Bayley, and a returning Sasha Banks, I may say. Natalya knows better than to come out without friends in a match like this. Really quick match. It ends with DQ by Sarah Logan. Scuffle in the ring, and then Natalya, Bayley, and Sasha end up getting the upper hand. More lead up to Evolution.
Next up, we have another Elias segment like we do every week, and doing the typical Elias things, trying to get that cheap heat, just ragging on Philadelphia constantly. Yeah, it was fun, and then Apollo Crews comes out and interrupts him, and sounds like Apollo Crews is trying to be a little bit more serious here. Says he's tired of people pushing him by and just walking by, and he's time to get his, and knocks him out of the ring, and that's that.
I honestly wouldn't mind seeing Apollo Crews getting taken more seriously. The guy's built like a brick house, and he can flip. Then we have ourselves the main event for the night, the rematch from last week of Strowman with McIntyre and Ziggler versus The Shield. In basically what is just a tension-filled main event. It starts off with Strowman just yelling commands at Ziggler, literally barking like a dog.
Woof, 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 woof.
That was a silent bark. We had McIntyre and Strowman going back and forth, tagging themselves in, getting all pissed off at each other.
As the tension flares through the match, we have Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins kind of wanting to fight each other a bit there, and they kind of do, and then next thing you know, Dean Ambrose tries to set up Seth with a Dirty Deeds, but that gets broken up, and everything is cool after that.
We got McIntyre kicking Strowman on accident, followed up by a Shield powerbomb on Ziggler. Yeah, I think, is it just me, Diggity, or does Ziggler seem hungry because he is eating pins?
Oh my god.
And then again, the tension. Braun is super pissed. He starts making an example out of Ziggler, and then McIntyre comes in and Claymore kicks the holy hell out of Braun.
This time it was on purpose.
Yeah.
And then we close out the segment, or I should say the evening, with Drew leaving and him and Braun just staring at each other. Get the nice little closeout, and there we go.
And, friends, that has been, for you, Raw, October 15th edition. Until next time, my name is Chin.
This is Diggity D.
That was in a nutshell.
Monday Night Raw. We love you.